Jade, and I'm back to do a follow-up video on the one where I manifested a celebrity for my sister. A couple people asked me for that a while ago, so I really want to apologize for not doing this a lot sooner. So I'm finally getting to it. I have no excuse as to why I did not go ahead and just do the follow-up video, but I'm doing it now, especially since I've had a few recent comments and or questions about it, so I did want to do that. So I'm going to first just jump right into the technique that I used to manifest a celebrity for my sister, and then I'll, have a little bit of extra things to say afterwards. But if you're just here to know what I did, here we go, okay? And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading from my notes, and then also I'm filming on my iPad, so if I'm looking in some weird direction, forgive me. I'm not exactly sure where I should be looking on this thing. Anywho, let's jump right into it. I use the technique, what people call SATS, which stands for State Akin to Sleep. Now, this is a technique made, I don't know if I should say famous. It is a technique from Neville Goddard. You guys know, if you are any kind of regular on this channel, that I love him. And so what it is, here we go, okay? First step that you want to do for SATS, or State Akin to Sleep, is to define your objective. Know definitively what you want. So in my case, and I'm going to tell you the steps and then, relate it to what I did for my sister, or whatever. So first objective, define exactly what it is you want. So my objective was for my sister and that celebrity, Kendrick Sampson, to meet. That was my objective. I wanted them to meet. So step 1 for me, okay? Step 2, construct an event which you believe you would encounter following the fulfillment of your desire. An event which implies fulfillment of your desire, something that will have the action of self-predominate. Now, what that means is you want to go to the end. So say that your objective was to get a new job. So what scene would you encounter if you had gotten the job that you wanted? Probably somebody congratulating you or shaking your hand or something like that. Go to the end. You don't want to go to the middle of, oh, well, they called me in for an interview. You don't want to do that. You want to go to the end of already having what it is that you want, okay? So for me, the scene that I did, it was actually I just dropped them into a scene that I already had for something that I was trying to manifest for myself. And so it was a kind of a congratulatory type of celebration that I was having. So what I did was I dropped my sister and Kendrick into my scene. And I dropped them in there together as if they were already friends. So to me, that if they're already friends, of course, that implies that they've met. Okay? So I'm in my congratulatory scene, and I go up to my sister and Kendrick, and they both, congratulate me, or whatever. And, I hug them both, and I'm like, I'm so happy to see you guys, whatever. You want to keep it kind of short and concise, though. You don't want to, go off the deep end with an imaginal scene. Neville suggests to keep it between, 5 and 10 seconds or something like that. I can't exactly remember. But you do want to keep it short. But like I said, I already had a scene for something that I was manifesting for myself, so it was easy for me to just drop them into the scene that I had. And them already being friends in my scene, to me, implied that they had met, okay? So that was the end of that. I went to the end of their friendship, or whatever. So if they're friends, then that means they met, okay? Boom! That was my second step. Okay, guys, last step, I'm going to read from you. You want to immobilize the physical body and induce a condition akin to sleep. This is where state akin to sleep comes in. So, number 1, you already know what your objective is. You know what it is that you want. Number 2, you've come up with an imaginal scene to play in your head that already implies that you have what you want, okay? This scene would not happen, this scene would not happen had you not already achieved or gotten what you want, okay? I hope that's clear. So thirdly, you want to immobilize the physical body and induce a condition akin to sleep. Lie on a bed or relax in a chair and imagine that you are sleepy. Either one is fine, okay? I tended to do it when I was actually about to go to sleep because I was already sleepy, or very close to being asleep, and that's when your brain waves and all that kind of stuff starts to settle and relax, and you're able to impress your subconscious a lot better than, when you're up and you're doing stuff and you're thinking and you're doing this and you're doing that and blah, 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 okay? So lie on a bed or relax in a chair and imagine that you are sleeping. Then, with eyelids closed and your attention focused on the action you intend to experience, in imagination, mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action. Imagine all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now. You must always participate in the imaginary action. Not merely stand back and look on, but you must feel that you are actually performing the action so that the imaginary sensation is real to you. Okay, now what that means is you want to, in your imaginal scene, you have to participate in the scene. You want to see yourself in first person, not third person. Now what that means is, okay, say when you imagine stuff, a lot of people imagine themselves and they actually see themselves, they see their face, their body, whatever. That's third person point of view. That's as if you were seeing yourself on a movie screen, okay? You don't want to do that. You want to imagine yourself as if you are seeing out of your very own eyes. So what that means is you would only see your hands, the front of your body, your feet, things of that nature. You would not see your own face in your imaginal scene. So say someone, say like I took the example of the job. So that scene would be if somebody implying that you already got the job that you want would be someone, family member, or your new boss congratulating you and maybe shaking your hand. So when you in your imaginary act go to shake the hand, you want to see yourself like this, as if you were shaking a hand. And you can practice this. This does not come natural to everybody. It does not come natural to me. I will tell you that right offhand. But a way to practice is just look at your hands. Look at your hands in front of yourself, and then close your eyes. Can you still see your hands in front of yourself? Bend down, and in your imagination, bend down and tie your shoe. You know what it looks like when you're tying your shoe from first person point of view. Hug somebody in your imagination. You know what that looks like when you're hugging somebody. You cannot see your face when you're hugging somebody. So in my imaginal scene, like I said, I dropped my sister and Kendrick in my imaginal scene. So I saw them from my very own eyes. I saw my sister as if I was looking at her out of my own eyes. I did not see it as if I was there, my whole body, or whatever, and then she was there, her whole body. Like I could not see my face. I could see my sister's face. I could see Kendrick's face, or whatever. I physically, in my imagination, hugged my sister, okay? Same for Kendrick. You want to do this as if you were actually completing the act. Neville has an exercise, a couple of exercises to practice this. One of them is called the ladder exercise, which I think is very interesting. So what he suggests is for you to do the state akin to sleep, induce a sleepy state, either lying down or sitting in a chair. And then in your imagination, he wants you to climb a ladder. But climb it as if you're in first person. So you would see your hand grabbing the rung. You would look down and see your feet going up the rungs. You would feel, is it a wood ladder? Is it a metal ladder? You know what that feels like. You know what that looks like. See yourself climbing the ladder from first person point of view. Feel the rungs. Feel it under your feet, under your hands, or whatever. And he also has this thing where, continuing on with the ladder exercise, he wants you to do that. And then during the day, say, or put notes up around the house, or just continue to say to yourself, I will not climb a ladder, I will not climb a ladder. Just to prove to you that your imagination is stronger than the word not, or saying what you're not going to do. Because even when you're saying, I will not climb a ladder, your imagination is conjuring up the picture of you climbing a ladder, okay? So, and eventually, most people eventually, somehow, in their life, end up climbing a ladder for some reason or another, because they've done this exercise. Another one is to close your eyes and imagine different types of balls in your hand. Like, this sounds really weird, but like, you know what a golf ball looks and feels like with the little divots and stuff. You know what that feels like. You know what that looks like. And you can see it from first person point of view in your imagination, okay? You know what a golf ball feels like, that felt lime green ball. You know what that feels like. You know what a baseball feels like. You know what all of these feel like in comparison to one another, okay? So practice with that if you think that if you're having some difficulties with this. This is not hard to get. It can be a little difficult at first, but really with everything, anything you're trying to do that you're not familiar with, it just takes practice. So don't like do it for one day and nothing happens and you're like, oh, this doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. It takes practice. Keep at it, okay? Keep at it. You will eventually get it. Most people get it soon. You know what I'm saying? So just keep practicing, guys. Like, don't give up on this stuff right away because it is real and it happens, okay? Anyway, so yeah, practice seeing yourself from first person point of view and imagination. Another thing Neville likes to do is just sit in a chair. He knows what every area in his house looks like. You know what I'm saying? So he would sit in a chair and then he would imagine himself in the living room or whatever. He knows what everything looks like in his living room, so he can see it from his eyes. Whatever. You do as well. You know what your house looks like. You know what your apartment looks like. You know what each area of your house looks like. You can sit in a chair in your bedroom and imagine yourself into the living room, okay? You know how to do this. So that is the third step. So for my third step, again, like I said, I dropped my sister and Kendrick into the scene. I saw them physically from my very own eyes in my scene. I hugged my sister. I touched her. I felt her, or whatever. So this is what I did. Stayed akin to sleep. And again, I would do it as I was going to sleep. Now, I did do a couple of individual scenes as well, without them being in my already constructed scene for something that I wanted for myself. But it was the same type of scene, just them implying that they were together. I was seeing them together or hugging them or something like that. Okay, same thing. And Neville suggests that this short scene that you create, you want to take it and do the imaginal scene from first person point of view, okay? And you want to just keep repeating. It's like repeat the scene on a loop until you're satisfied, until you feel like you got the feeling of what it is that you want, until he says it as if virtue goes out of you. So just repeat it on a loop, okay? Do it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Keep repeating it in your head for as long as until you feel like that it's solidified, or what's the right word? It has impressed your subconscious, okay? Now, there are different approaches to inducing a state akin to sleep, but most basic is simply to take 30 seconds to clear your mind and pay attention to your breathing. This lowers the brain waves from beta to alpha and then to theta. So you just kind of basically want to slow your brain down and chill out and not just be go, 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 go. And this is why I did it close to sleep, because I'm a chronic overthinker. Okay, so anywho, those are the steps I took to manifest that celebrity for my sister. And again, that is basically it. I just want to add a few more things from my experience. So those are the steps. If that's what you're looking for, that's it. You can either stick around and finish the video, or if that's all you needed, then you can click off here. However, I just wanted to go ahead and say that, guys, I am not an expert at this stuff, okay? I am still learning. But I find it fascinating. I have seen things manifest. This was not the only thing. And then I can also look back in my life and see, because we're constantly manifesting. It is a constant thing. It never stops. You are manifesting pretty much every second of your life. So I can look back into my past and see all of the things that I've manifested, good and bad, into my experience by the thoughts that I was having and repeating on loop. I've manifested celebrities for myself, not realizing that's what I was doing. I used to really, really love Life Jennings when he first came out with his album. I got to meet him like 4 different times. I can show you pictures of that. I got pretty cool with like a few of his background singers. Like we're Facebook friends. I'm even like Facebook friends with his mom. It's, you know, and the lady that used to be his manager, she they actually have a couple kids together. Like it's like I can see. And then like I remember when I used to be really into 50 Cent when he first came out with the mixtapes, and then he ended up having a concert in this really small town where I went to college. Like you just would not think that these things would happen. Same thing with Life. He ended up coming to the place I went to college. So anyway, I can only tell you what I've done and what I've experienced for myself. So I can only teach you from my very own experiences. Again, I am not an expert. I am still consistently and constantly learning. I am still trying new things. There are so many different I hate to say LOA, because to me it's not LOA. It's conscious creating. It is taking a hold of your life to create it the way that you want it to be. Okay, guys, that is pretty much it for how I manifested a celebrity for my sister. So I just wanted to conclude this video since I have gotten into the rambling stage. So that's going to do it. If you have any other comments or questions about anything, then you can leave those below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, I'm really going to try to be a little more consistent with these type of videos on my channel. I've said that before, but I really want to do better with that, because I do have like manifestations coming up pretty much every day for me. I mean, and it can be the smallest thing, but I think it's worth sharing, just so people can start to see and understand that even the little tiny things that are going on in their lives, they are drawing that into their experience with their thoughts and their feelings and their actions and behaviors and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to, again, I practice a lot of the techniques by Neville Goddard, and again, the techniques are there just to get you into the feeling of what it is that you want. Okay, you'll eventually get to the point where you feel like you don't even need a technique. The techniques are not the end all be all. It is a tool. The techniques are tools to get you into the end state of what it is that you want, how you would be, what person would you be if you were in the end state of what you want, how would you feel, that kind of thing. Okay, so stop. I don't want people to put so much importance on the techniques. It's more so the feeling. And so with that, I'm actually going to link a couple of Neville books below, and these are the ones that really help me grasp the concepts. I read them over and over and over again. I love to listen to the Neville's lectures over and over and over again. I find new nuggets every time. The 2 books by him that I love the most is first The Power of Imagination. I love that one because it's actually a compilation of a lot of his books in one volume. The ones that I love the most in there is Feeling is the Secret and The Law and the Promise. The Law and the Promise gives you a whole lot of examples of people that came to Neville's lectures and put his techniques into practice and got the things that they wanted. So it's a very inspiring book to let you know that this using your imagination to create the things that you want is real. Okay. Also, Feeling is the Secret, just to let you know that it's the feeling that's going to draw these experiences to you. And then a lot of people still have questions afterwards, and I found that for myself when I read the 5 lessons by Neville Goddard, which is not included in The Power of Imagination, that a lot of the questions that I still had remaining was answered in that book. Like, how do you know you've impressed your subconscious? And he says that some people's bladders like go crazy, and I have experienced that where I've done something like I say akin to sleep, and then I'm up and I'm having to use the bathroom like crazy. So that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I will link those books below. Again, if you have any comments or questions about anything, leave those below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And again, I will do my best to upload more videos about this, even if it's small, tiny things. And again, they will be from my very own experiences, because I can only teach you what I've experienced for myself. I can't teach you from other people's experiences. Okay, so I hope this helped somebody. I apologize to those that I said that I would upload this way long time ago, but that's it, guys. I hope that everybody is well. I hope you're being safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.